All right, wanted to make a video on just some thoughts on efficiency with regard to RX intake. So when clicking on an RX intake and starting an attempt, what I would do first is just to be quicker. It's going to make it a lot easier if you open the prescription and give yourself the prescription on the side, and then the where you're entering on the other side. So you know, this is going to be a good setup where now I can look at the prescription and look at where I'm entering. If you're, for myself, it feels a little bit more comfortable to have the prescription I'm reading off of on the left side. But again, your process, whatever feels most comfortable to you, I would do that. Looking at this prescription, the date, making sure, again, this is the original prescription, that it's not more than 6 months old. And as well that it is signed and has kind of all the information I need. So this is a valid prescription. This is not a controlled substance or anything. It's chlorthalidone, a water pill. So then the other thing, if it's helpful, you've got the name on this prescription in 2 places. And so for myself, it's easier because this wants last name, first name. It's easier for me to look here because it's already in that format. So Stark, comma, space, Shannon, date of birth 8/31/64, so 08/31/1964. Street address is there, so 4503 Harvest Lane. And just for stuff like this, just type it in exactly the way it is on the prescription. All right, date written 1/7. The XX we'll just assume is this year, so this past January. If it were 2021, this would be over a year old. It would no longer be a valid prescription. Drug name and strength do not include dosage form, so just medication and a space, X, no space, milligram. Okay, so that's how I'm going to enter this. Chlorthalidone, 25 milligram, exactly like it is. The quantity is 90, number only. The SIG, 1 in the morning. So again, as it would appear on the label, take 1, this is a tablet, by mouth, once. You could do, here's where you have options. You could do every morning. I could also here do by mouth once daily in the morning. This is where you have a little bit of variability. We do go back and kind of make sure, as long as it makes sense, that it accepts multiple answers. But so you got that in, read that over, take 1 tablet by mouth once daily in the morning or every morning, however you want to do that. Refills are 3, and provider last name, first name is going to be Barlow, comma, space, Howard. And then maybe go through that one time to make sure. If you struggle with time, if you double checked everything through, just trust it, save and submit. That's how you need to do it. So moving through there, I don't know how long that necessarily took me. So because I had opened this up when creating it, it actually took me 258 hours. But no, so from when I opened it for this video to now, relatively quickly. You should be able to move through this in a minute or 2. That's where you want to be working towards. So hopefully that's helpful in understanding kind of efficiency. Now that I've submitted it, just so I don't confuse myself, close that window just to get that gone, and then again moving back out to the next piece. You don't spend a lot of time in between activities. So hopefully that's helpful for RX intake and moving a little bit more efficiently.